everyone.
Hi there.
Welcome to another episode of Mom and Me Live. I'm Denise.
And I'm Mom. Right. And I'm Leon.
She is mom. She's mom to everybody, really.
Okay.
I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and we live in Woodstock, Ontario, Canada. And we are so happy to come to you tonight. And we're going to make a beautiful little Christmas card tonight. So Halloween's over, and we're ready for Remembrance Day first, and then of course Christmas will be coming so soon. So we have a little project to share. So just before we do, though, how is everybody? I hope you can hear us. How's everybody's week been? Did you go trick or treating? Did you get lots of treats?
Oh, and did you have many children come?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you down in the lobby, do you know if they got many
I
kids?
don't know. I haven't talked to anybody that's mentioned it at all. So I
Ah.
don't know.
I know we didn't get any children at all at our house. Unfortunately, we live down in a little valley, and they just don't come down there. Maybe they're scared of goblins. I don't know. But oh well. We um it's just the way it is. Hi, Karen. Hi. How are you? And hi, Doreen.
Did they get many children?
Did you guys get many trick or treaters? Um, so last night was our team meeting. So, and there is a special this month too for anyone who would like to join the team. And so, team meeting we have once a month, and we do it virtual via Zoom. You know why. But actually, it's working out really well. It's everybody can attend, and um, from the waist up, I know that we're all in our Stampin' Up! Aprons or in our Stampin' Up! Logo stuff, but from the waist down, maybe people are in pajamas. I don't know.
What you don't know don't hurt you.
That's right. And if Lori is watching tonight, we had an email from Lori last night from Nova Scotia.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
hello, Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, I know it's exciting, right?
Mhm.
So she's watched a few of our episodes. So that's awesome. So I thought we would. This is the card that we're making tonight. Is this one of, like, our team does a swap every month, and so this was my card that I made for last night. So I'll show you how I made it tonight, and then I thought I'd share you the other cards made by these fabulous ladies. They're incredible stampers. So this one was by Margie Stairs, Studio Stampers, and it's she. It's gonna be, you'll never. These are so much more beautiful. This is why you put them in the mail and you mail them to people, because you'll see even more detail. But this is stamped on vellum, making your own background. So very, very pretty. And this is made by my niece, Laura, and using the gorgeous angel stamp. Absolutely beautiful. And she's stamped two different backgrounds, one for this, and the card opens like this. Isn't that nice? So it's pretty, very pretty. I love that angel. And it says, sometimes angels are just good people with kind hearts. You're an angel.
Oh, good.
You notice she didn't say I am too.
Oh, well, I could, but I didn't want to embarrass you.
I thought you were going to say you didn't want to lie.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
All right. So here is this, I believe. I don't want to get the names wrong now. Let me just think for a second who made this. I want to say this is Marlene. Yes, I believe. No, this is Marlene's. This one in my hand is Debbie Armstrong, I believe. I'm looking for, is that the little note card right there that came? So everybody gives this nice little recipe on the back. Oh, that's Karen. This is Karen. So Karen is this one. Okay. All right, I'll figure this out, guys. Don't worry. This one is Sue's. That one was Margie's. Oh, we're missing one of our little cheat sheets. All right, let me think about it now, guys. Sorry.
It's all her fault.
It's all my fault. I know I messed up my order of them. Oh, I'm trying to think of who. It's Debbie Armstrong. That's who it is. Okay. So yes, it is Debbie Armstrong. Beautiful silver, the twine, the silver foil. It's silver snowflakes. Just there's a lot of, and she did a special technique and did some alcohol inking on the background there. So I definitely have to try that and hopefully share that here one day. That's really cool. All right. Love the colors of this one. This is Marlene. And she has used the Merriest Moments stamp set. Stitch So Sweetly dies, which you all know I love the Stitch So Sweetly dies. And the colors in this are so vibrant. They're Blackberry Bliss, Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, Real Red, and there's a little bit of Daffodil Delight in the middle of the flowers. So very pretty. And she's also stamped the inside as well for her sentiment. All right. Sorry. Speak up. All right. This is by Sue Mustard. And this is not designer series paper. This is, again, the challenge for this swap was to create your own designer series paper. So beautiful background here. In fact, I thought it was done on watercolor paper. So, but it isn't. It's white cards, or basic white cardstock. And then she's embossed it with the Textured Textiles, Tasteful Textile embossing folder, and then sponged it. It's just beautiful. And inside as well, carries through. All right. And this one is by Karen Rutledge. And you have to kind of see this. It stands. It will stand up. I'll sort of show you how that will, all my little notes here. Sorry about that, guys. You'll see that it stands. And then you can, I'm going to bring it back up. And then you can flip it. I had this going good last night. Let's see if I can get it going good again. So you've got all the different sides. But when you're displaying it, it sits square on the table. Isn't that cool? So very, very, you'll notice everyone used different stamp sets, different backgrounds. Really, really cool. Okay. So if you're looking for a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, of course, I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. This is the current mini catalog. And this is the current, Mom has given us her nice clean copy, the current annual catalog. If you've watched these videos before, you'll know that mine does not look new anymore. It's a well-loved catalog. So this catalog goes till April 2022. And this one is going to end January 3rd, 2022. So it's November. We've got November, December. We have 2 more months yet. But do make up your wish list and don't miss out on getting some of that great product. And you can always check out. None here. No, Doreen didn't have any trick-or-treaters either.
Oh, okay.
No. So you can always check out on my website, www.craftybear.com. You can shop there, or you can also just send me a private message, send me an email. I'd be happy to help you place an order or anything like that. Oops, what did I just unplug? Okay, let's do some crafting. Okay, so what are you going to need for this project is probably what you're wondering. Again, we're making this card and it's got gold embossing powder. Sometimes that's not going to show up good in the light, but in person it really sparkles. Okay, this is what you're going to need. You're going to need a 5.5 by 8.5 piece. Sorry, you're getting way too much of my junk.
That isn't junk.
Oh, well, my keyboard. It's not very pretty looking. 5.5 by 8.5 evening. Yeah, evening evergreen. The color. I was trying to think of it. You're going to need a let me think of the measurement of this now. 5 and I wrote it down so I would not forget. So just let me, because it's slightly, usually it's slightly smaller than my 5 and.
Do you want it?
No, I had it written down on my cheat sheet as it is, but my cheat sheet. There it is. Sorry, guys. All right. Soft succulent cardstock, 5 1/8 by 3 7/8 inches. And I will post these measurements on my website afterwards. Okay. And the directions for the card. You'll have the directions in the video, but so you need that. Then you'll also need piece of Very Vanilla. I use the Very Vanilla cardstock, and this is the one piece is 5 by 3 3/4, and one piece for the inside is 4 by 5 1/4 inches. Then you're going to need a piece of just regular photocopy paper or a very thin, like sticky note paper. This is just regular paper that you put through the photocopier. So you just need a little piece of that. And then you need some Tombow. Tombow, you can, Tombow is our liquid glue. Let me grab that out here. Tombow, our liquid glue. Reason why I say this is because it is a permanent adhesive, but you've seen before how we can make it like a sticky note. We're going to make a piece of this like a sticky note with this, make it a temporary adhesive so it doesn't stick to our paper. Okay, and then, oh yes, the pièce de résistance. See, because see the little bit of gold? They're just 2 little gold strips. So we need some gold foil paper, but as you can see, you get 2 sheets of 12 by 12 in a pack, but it goes a long way, especially when we're only just going to cut like 1/8 of an inch by 3 3/4 off for that gold, 1/8 inch by 3 3/4. Okay, and you need Versamark, which is your because we're going to emboss with the gold. So we need a Versamark ink pad. And I always have your Versamark ink refill handy because you want that Versamark to be nice. We might not need that today, but always, if you order a Versamark ink pad, always order your refill with it. It's good to have your refills anytime you order an ink pad because they last a long time. A little coffee filter will be perfect for using our embossing powder, and a gold embossing powder. And if you have a static-free cling sheet, use static-free cling sheet. That's good. Or if you have one of the old embossing buddies, that's perfect for when we're embossing. If you don't have one of these, don't worry. Use static cling free. Well, how do we say that? Cling free no, what are those static cling?
Static free.
Can't think of it right now. Paintbrush with a very narrow tip is always good, just for a little bit if there's powder where you don't want it. Okay, I think. Oh, we need 2 stamp sets. Can't do much without the stamp sets. We're using the Festive Foilage stamp set and the Evergreen Elegance stamp set. Okay. All right. And I didn't say Evening Evergreen ink pad. Evening Evergreen ink pad. Soft succulent blends. Let me just put those aside. And there was a cherry cobbler blends or marker. And and one last thing. Well, I guess 2 more things. So this is the red rhinestone basic jewels. I use these constantly. They're so pretty. And it's always good to have, of course, some Stampin' Dimensionals. You can see they're well used, but they're still good. Okay. All right. So let's put all this aside and get started. Now that you have the full supplies and you can play along if you like. We'll move everything kind of off our surface. Oh, and I'll tell you, you can either use a block for your stamps. So we're going to cut this actually. So when we cut this paper, this photocopy paper down, we're going to just have it be a 1 by 5.5 inch piece. You can see that this was white. I've stamped on it quite a few times, but it's still good. You can use it over and over again. And you're going to put a little bit of your Tombow glue on the back of this and just smear it in a little bit and just leave it a couple minutes and it becomes tacky like a sticky note. So you can see that it's just tacky. Okay, so we're going to have that there. And I'm just getting out my Stamparatus. You can use a block. Do you want to pull out that stamp?
I've got it halfway there.
Halfway. Okay. All right. Stamparatus. Has everyone used the Stamparatus before? I love the Stamparatus. Okay. Stamparatus. We're just going to clear all this off for a minute so that we have a clear surface. We'll bring in our Stamparatus. If you haven't seen it before, it's got the grid. It has magnets. These magnets actually clip to the back of here. You can see I've got 2 to use it on the back. It's very important you don't click them together, so don't take them off at the same time. And then it has these 2 grid plates. You can either use 1 at a time or 2 at a time. And then separately, you can purchase or just use scrap paper, but we do sell this perfectly sized 8 by 8 grid paper that lays in here nicely. I'm going to use it so that you can see I get ink different places. I also gives me a chance to position my card where I want it every time in this case, when I was making 8 of the same cards for the swap, I was able to just do it again and again. All right, so we're going to, thanks, Mom. So we're going to take our white, very vanilla piece of cardstock, and we're going to put it here. And my stamp, I'm going to put my magnets there so that on the corners, so that Oh, they're really heavy duty magnets. So that piece of very vanilla doesn't go anywhere. But if it's off of it slightly. The stamp is a big background stamp and it's clean right now. So that means that I can just lay it on top where I want it to stamp. Yep. I feel my way there. It's a good sticky stamp. So now I'm just going to close this down on it to pick up the stamp. Pick that up. Now, as you see in our card, I don't want that image to be where I want my sentiment. So this is where I'm going to take that piece of copy paper. This is why it has to be thin and just tacky so it'll peel off without tearing. And I'm going to go down about 1 1/4 inch, and that's why the grid paper is handy too. And I did the copy paper longer than the cardstock so I could see. I'm just going to put that down flat like that. Then we're going to take our ink and we're going to ink up our stamp. Because the stamp is bigger than the ink pad, it's much easier. You just take but I'm just tapping. I'm not pushing down hard on this ink pad because I don't want to get ink on the edges of the stamp of itself. So I'm just going around it nicely. And the nice thing about the Stamparatus is if I'm not happy with the image, I can go back and stamp again. All right. So I'm going to bring that down and I'm going to give it a nice firm roll over, especially in that middle where that piece of copy paper is that I want it to be flat. So I give a pretty firm press there and pull it back. And now you can see that when I pull this off, we have a nice space there for our image. And the other ink just went onto our copy paper, which is fine. Now, you can see that this is why I did this a little bit bigger than I will cut it down, the edges down to be the right size for the card. That just gave me a little bit of leeway to be able to put my magnets on those corners, and it just wasted 1/8 of an inch. Okay, so now that we have that done, we're going to, and it can just sit there. I'm gonna move this stamp off here so I don't get ink on my sleeve because I'm likely to do that. Okay, this is where we're gonna emboss, and this is where this nice anti-static thing is handy. I'm going to swipe across here where I don't want the image to go. I am going to take the Merry Christmas stamp and get my Versamark ready. I'm just going to check and see if it's nice and juicy. It is. Okay. Again, my Merry Christmas stamp is clean right now, so I can just lay it here. Oh, put my magnets down. All right. My magnets down again to hold my paper in place. I'm going to put my embossing. Whoops. Helps if I put the stamp side down, doesn't it? Okay. And I know this is upside down for you, but it's just because I'm working with it. So I have to see what I'm doing. Okay. So I'm going to pick that up again, put that onto my thing, pick it up. We're going to use your Versamark to just tap on that stamp. Again, I don't want it on the edges. And we're going to have our image, and we're going to give a nice firm press on that image so that we get the words clearly. We're going to grab our embossing powder. We're going to grab our coffee filter, move our magnets, pull our paper out, and And we're going to put our embossing powder on there. Give a nice little flick-a-majig. Okay, and if there's a spot that you're not happy about, that you see powder where you don't want it to melt before you melt with the gun, just use that fine-edged paintbrush to make sure you don't have extra. And it looks pretty good. Okay, so now we're going to put that powder back in the container, and we're going to move this out of the way because we don't want to melt anything. And I happen to have a heat gun sitting in my lap. Okay, this is going to be loud for a minute while we melt this. We're going to hold it steady. And hopefully, maybe if I bring it to the camera, you'll see it turn. Ooh, it's hot. So it's melting the gold powder. Just melting it. Oh, very pretty. All right. So
Can I have the lid, please?
you want the lid?
Yeah, because you got that thing blowing with the
Sorry. Okay. All right. So then we have that done. And from the that's our, we need to, okay, we're gonna have we're gonna color in this. Would you mind getting us the paper trimmer? We forgot the paper trimmer. Okay, so we're going to color in all of these leaves. If you haven't used the blender, and I'm not going to do all this, don't worry, I've got one that's colored in. But if you haven't used these blends before, oh, give them a try. Look how fast they color the tips, and I'm not pressing hard at all. These blends are amazing. They color very, very quickly and make a beautiful card. Okay, so we're gonna color it all in. Once we have that colored in, magic, we have a colored one. And then we're going to get our trimmer, and we're going to trim that down to the size we wanted, which was our, this one was going to be our 5 by 3 3/4. Thanks, Mom. Okay. So, 5-inch. So right now, I'm going to take a little bit off each end so that we don't lose too much at each end. So we'll lose that end a little bit, and 5. So that's going to come off there. So that's our 5-inch, and then 3 3/4. So again, I'm going to take a little bit off of each side so that we get rid of the extras. 3 3/4. All right, so now we have it colored. We have it the right size. Okay, so now we're going to take our remember our gold foil sheets that we cut down to be these 1/8 inch strips. And look at how that's going to just go on there and make this card pop. Isn't that fantastic? Okay, I need mine. And I'm just using, like, the Tombow has the 2 ends, right? It has your thicker end for bigger jobs. Everyone's always amazed at that. And then it has your thin glue side. And I'm just going to put a little bit. It's not that hard. I don't know, it looks tiny, but this glue is so good. And remember, this glue dries clear. Okay, so a little tiny strip, but look, a 1/4 inch piece of paper cut in half to be 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch by 4 inch basically, and it really just makes this card come alive. So we're going to put a piece there, and we're going to put a little piece above. Now I know that, for those that don't like to throw anything out, I just made you very happy, right? This is your justification for keeping every scrap of paper that you own. Who are my paper hoarders out there? Who doesn't get rid of anything? All right, let me turn back to my chat so I can see. Okay, so now you can see that gold comes off the edge a little bit. No big deal. We'll just take our snips and we just turn it over on its side, and we just trim those little edges off the edges. Okay. All right, looking good. So now we're just going to mount that.
Oh, I'm jumping again.
What are you? Oh, you're ready for the bling. Mom's got the bling ready. We're going to mount that onto our soft succulent. And again, that soft succulent piece was 5 1/8 inch by 3 7/8 inch. The nice thing you'll notice about the Stampin' Up! Products is that the inks and the papers, they all coordinate to be the same dye lot, the same dye colors, and that's what helps everything to really coordinate. Now on the back of this, we're actually going to put dimensionals on the back of this to pop it up. So,
What's wrong with that sheet?
oh, nothing wrong with that sheet either. This is why I have several partially used sheets of dimensionals, because I start one sheet and then I grab another sheet. All right. Ta-da! Peel these little pieces off. Oh, look. This is why you shouldn't see the outer edges of my table, because now you can see the mess I'm creating. Okay, focus, people. Focus on the card.
Good at messes.
Good at Everyone has to have a skill. Should have seen my desk after team meetings. Team meetings, first Tuesday of every month. And I start out the night with a nice clean table, and by the end of the night, I can't even see my work surface. Oh, that was good. We put the dimensionals on, but we didn't use our bone folder to fold our card in half. All right. You all know I just don't have my bone folder out right now, but it's here somewhere. That's okay, Mom. That's okay. They know. All right, now we're just going to put that on the card front, and look how easy this card is. If you need to make 20, 25 cards, I mean, the coloring you can do while watching all the Hallmark movies. All the Hallmark movies are out now. There's even a printed list you can print of all the movies. Watch all your romantic movies. And for those bah humbugs out there, I'm sure there's a million Scrooge movies. There was a joke the other day about all the different versions of the Scrooge. So now we're just going to take these gorgeous red rhinestones and just randomly sprinkle some of those wherever we want along the card. And it just puts that finishing touch. And of course, we're going to stamp a sentiment on the inside of the card. So, you can put as few or as many of these on here as you want. They always say I have odd numbers. That's 4 in that section. Is 2 in that section. So I need to put 3. And I got 1 on my finger. Oh, that's gonna go right. Oh, I see the spot for it, but I glued it to my finger. All right, beautiful. Okay, beautiful card. Very easy. very duplicatable multiple times. I'm gonna bring you up so you can see us. All right. Hope you all enjoyed seeing making that card. Maybe you'll give it a try. Give that technique a try. If you have a different background stamp, one of the big stamps, you can try that too. With a stamp, use your mask to mask off a section that you don't want. And it's a cool little thing to do. So that's those cards. We have, so for the month of November, I do trying to set up our consistent calendar. That's what we've been learning about in our business and that. And so you all know that every Wednesday night, Mom and I come to you live.
Right. Yeah.
And we are so excited about that. We haven't missed a Wednesday night. I would say there's one night where we had to give up because technology was not on our side.
Yeah, right.
But we started it.
Yeah. It gave up on us. Yeah.
Oh, 12 kids. 7 out of 12 kids. All right. Let's see if I can see it on here. It's almost like, that maybe it's on the other one. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Nancy. Very cool. Awesome, everyone. So I do have been starting some in-person small groups. So Mom has a group of ladies come in to her home. We call them the Golden Girls. Naturally. A lot of fun. Really, the focus is on the snack and the coffee. But we managed to make 4 cards while we're there too.
Yeah.
And then I have my dear friend Micah is inviting me. So on my calendar now, I'm putting Mom's Cave, Micah's Cave. Micah's inviting me into her home and having her guests make. We're going to actually be using the medallions and having a couple of games and having some fun on Saturday. And my dear friend Gail has invited me in, and her guests are going to make some cards. So, and then I'm going to have my own monthly card class as well. This is the cards that Mom made with her group. And if you'd like to make these, I am going to, and I put it on the calendar for the end of November. I'm going to do this one virtual, as we haven't been able to find a hall yet. If you have suggestions for halls, I'm looking for one. But this one will be on Zoom. So if anyone wants to join, you'd need to, it's going to be on, just flipping to my calendar to see where we put that. It's on my blog. Good thing, Denise, that you are prepared. Okay, I'll figure it out. I'll post it on my blog. Not sure why it's not in there. But anyways, these are the cards we're going to make during that class. They're very pretty. And so the it is $15 or free with a $20 Stampin' Up! Order. And if you would prefer to do like the other ladies are doing where they're hostesses and do it that way, then the hostess gets the rewards in that. So, all right, kind of complicated. I'll try and clear that up and try and make that sound better next week. I know.
More rehearsed.
All right, more rehearsed. All right, well, it's a good thing you guys are patient with me and letting me learn through this. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm hoping. I didn't hear anybody say tonight that they couldn't hear us or anything. So hoping that we're finally getting our technology a little bit better. And yeah.
Okay. Very good. Well, but don't you do anything at the end or something?
What?
Well,
do you want me
you said thanks somebody. You said you want to.
Yes, I do. Our Facebook Live goes live to our Facebook Live. Our Mom and Me Live goes live on the Facebook page, which many of you are on tonight. Thank you so much for being in our Crafty Stampers group. Also to my Facebook business page, and it posts on YouTube. And my YouTube channel is just Denise Donald. And last week we had 13 subscribers, which is great. And our goal is 100. And now this week I want to say special thanks to 3 new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing. Because now we're up to 16. So yeah, on Facebook, on YouTube, please like and comment, leave us chats. If you want to ask us any questions or make any requests for what you'd like to see Mom and me do, we're always open to that. But yes, we are very grateful for the audience, because without you guys, without our friends watching, we really wouldn't have a reason to do this.
No, that's true. Very true.
And we have a lot of fun doing this. So yeah. And yeah, what else? You're good at reminding me of that.
Well, that was one thing you said to do, so I did do it.
Yes, I know. Yeah, because I was like, oh, I want to thank people for supporting us, for sure. And of course, leave some chats and that. And we, of course, always we try and give some giveaways too, and that. So we will be doing another. We'll put some names in and do another drawing next week. So
Okay.
yep. So we'll gather the chats and comments from this week and who commented, and put your name in, and we'll have a special draw next week.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, yeah, I don't know if there's anything special coming up this week or anything.
Not that I know of. No.
Mhm.
No, just ordinary weekend. Although you're going to be busy on it, but yeah.
Well, yeah, we've got workshops, Stampin' Up! Workshops to do, so that's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay.
Lots of fun. All right. Well, Micah, I know you're going to watch this on replay.
Oh.
So, hi, Micah.
Hi, Micah.
We'll see you soon. And again, thanks Nancy and Doreen and Karen and Cindy for watching us. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah.
All right.
And have a great weekend. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.